Hey everybody, welcome back. Sive is here with the Forex Peace Army.com. As usual, let's take a look at the Forex market. And a few comments probably could be made here on the market in general, although we do not have really some drastic shifts in the price performance, right? So nevertheless, you can see that our suggestion that probably market has to move slightly lower before we could get starting any reaction, if it will follow itself, of course, but we hope that it should follow. And that was correct, and because currently after the 2 days of the previous discussion, you can see market precisely has reached the OP target on the daily chart. So in general, we could say that the background for a possible reaction is ready. Now we just need to be a bit patient and see how market will respond to the current situation. The one thing that we could say definitely that it's not the point for taking the new short positions by far. Among the major risk factors, those of you who are watching on over Bitcoin, you probably see that market has dropped, and actually we already mentioned some signs of weakness in Monday daily video. So it tells that a situation with liquidity probably is not normalizing. Investors currently do not want to take a risk, and tomorrow, as you know, it will be very important Supreme Court session where it will be considered the Donald Trump tariffs. And that really brings some risk, because if tariffs will be illegal by the court decision, that could make significant impact on budget policy, on economy, and the fiscal policy, and in general in the finances of the United States. So the situation could change really drastically. And I will not be surprised, it's also could make impact on the Forex market as well. Since the liquidity also stands far from the normal United States, it also supports the dollar demand and probably somehow is limiting the possible upside performance on the euro. But still, since we have plan, we see that the first part of it is already completed. Now I think that, well, at least we don't have any reasons to step out of it and just could keep going with it. So here on the daily chart we see what has happened. So butterfly mostly completed, OP target is met. So that was really necessary preliminary conditions for starting consideration of the bullish positions here. On the 4 time frame chart, you could see how this has happened locally. BCD is also done. Currently, our task is to get clear patterns, reversal patterns. In some way, we probably could treat this as a double repo pattern, but personally, guys, I do not like this very deep retracement. So here's was very strong pullback, and in fact, you could calculate the thrust only from this point, as it has minimum requirement. It's very choppy minimum requirement bars. So, well, we could probably treat it as a kind of the double repo with a big credit to this performance, although personally probably I do not want to do this. Although shape is very temptational, so you could see, and here is very typical for double repo performance, but probably except of this shape of the price on the bottom, overall performance is difficult to associate with the clear double repo pattern. It means that we probably will have to wait for something else. On the hourly chart, we also do not have anything yet. So here I draw the one of the possible patterns that might be formed. So maybe we will get hand shows. Otherwise, other words, guys, we just need to see the signs of the bullish breakout. Usually you see the signs of the breakout when the breaking of the bearish tendency. Currently we have clear downside tendency, lower lows, lower highs, right? So it is slowing down with the coming to the support. Even divergence stands already in place, but still this tendency is not broken yet. Yes, we even see here some kind of the wash and rinse on the bottom. So stops have been grabbed and market starts up prediction, but we still do not have any patterns. That's why currently we probably should keep an eye on should keep an eye on all this performance, but do not hurry up and be patient, waiting for clear signs where you could use for possible position taking. Besides, if you take a look at the Great British Pound, here market is coming lower, but it hasn't quite reached the lows. Yes, euro currency and Great British Pound are absolutely different currencies, but they both included in dollar index, and some indirectional impact also exists here. So when the Great British Pound will reach the complete the OP, maybe euro currency also will feel some freedom and will be probable to express the bullish ambitions a bit brighter. But for now, we see that something is going on, but setup is not ready yet for position taking. On the Great British Pound, it's also interesting that the same butterfly is completed as on the euro currency, and probably if something will start forming, it will happen on slightly lower levels because OP is not completed yet, so market needs to move slightly lower here to the 131, so it's closer to the 131 area where something might be is going on. Besides, if you take a look here, the thrust looks much better than on euro currency, so if you interested with the John Napoli double repo pattern, it's probably better to watch on the Great British Pound than on the euro. Here's just more accurate. Well, on the hourly chart on Great British Pound, we also do not see anything interesting yet. So market is just testing and trying the support levels, but no clear shape of the response. As on the euro currency, we also could suggest here something like this. So of course we already have some patterns, I mean butterflies on the daily chart and lower time frame, some ABCDs, but I prefer to use also minor reversal patterns. Why? Because I could save a lot of money, because you could place your stops based on these small patterns. That is much closer than you will trying to deal with the big patterns that stands on the daily chart. That's very simple logic. It's just pragmatic decision, nothing else. So that's probably all for now. I hope that right to the tomorrow update we already should get some clarity. Maybe we even will get some patterns. So just be patient, keep an eye on it, and be prepared. So that's it.